I just finished a 150-hour streaming marathon. Let me tell you about it.
I took an entire week off work to do a 100-hour subathon with incentives from my chat to be able to increase it to 150 hours, which would have consumed my entire vacation. Little did I know that this was going to be one of the toughest mental challenges I would ever go through, having viewers wake me up, harassment, and unfortunately even dealing with a schizophrenic episode on camera. Why did I do this? And did being watched by more than 10 times my normal audience have any effects on me? I'll start by answering the first one. I wanted to. Subathons have been a part of streaming culture forever, and as a small individual streamer, I wanted to get my share and give it a go. And not because I wanted to grow my channel or even get any money. My first channel, I was streaming back in 2013 to no one for over 3 years. I thought it would be fun to hang out with chat, get to play some games I normally wouldn't play. And my wife was also on vacation and she said I needed a babysitter. My stream started on 6:16 p.m. on August 2nd. I started off by having my good friend Sammy there. You should go check out his channel. And then we also laid out the goals of the subathon.
If I reach 3,000 followers, that adds 10 hours. If I break my viewer count, so I have to break 62 concurrent viewers, I will add 10 more hours. If I get 175 subs, I will add 20 hours. And if we reach 25,000 bits over the course of the stream, I'll add another 10 hours on top of that.
Normally, subathons have some sort of 1 sub equals X amount of time added on. But knowing that I had to go back to work next week, I couldn't do that, since I wouldn't be able to honor if we exceeded that time limit. This is called a capped subathon, and that's why I made mine a maximum of 150 hours. And right out of the gate, things were going incredible. I was being gifted subs already. I was at 40 viewers, which is more than double of my average. And Sammy and I were just having good vibes, chilling and arguing over the most insane Minecraft food tier list ever. He believes cod is better than steak, and I'm calling him out right now and telling him he's wrong.
In terms of time labor,
It's so much easier to get a fish. Go to market right now and go to a pond. You'll see fish, more fish than steak.
yeah, but then you're out of fish, you're done.
Yeah, but you have enough to get by.
I've been debating on this for like 20 minutes. Most controversial. I should upload just this. It'd be like my most controversial video.
But you can leave your own comment down below. After about 5 hours into the stream, Sammy left after breaking my couch.
What was that?
I decided to sit down and start playing some games. I made myself a rough schedule since I knew that if I went in completely blind, I wouldn't know what games to play. And the first up was PUBG, a game I've been getting back into lately. And during PUBG, I happened to pass our first goal already, which was 175 subs. I was not expecting that really early in the stream.
All right, stream's been extended by 20 hours.
To give context, I had started the stream with 80 subs. I thought 175 would be an insane goal. I wasn't even 6% through the stream, and I had to add almost an entire day on top. I didn't mention it on stream, but this was the first time I had realized that maybe I made the goals too easy and maybe it was a mistake. It didn't matter to me. I pushed on playing PUBG, had several more hours, and even managed to end on an incredible high note by getting a win in PUBG. And on that note, it was time to get ready for the first night. I remember looking back now and seeing a bunch of comments saying, isn't it weird that you're having almost 50 people watch you sleep? And honestly, I didn't think much of it in the moment. After going back through the footage, it is super creepy and I don't know why I agreed to do it. I brushed my teeth like a good boy. I changed my speaker output to my monitor because my viewers were able to use a program called Tangia, which allows them to use bits and send alerts on my stream. On the first night, I was already struggling to fall asleep. And it doesn't really show on camera here, but I was definitely not asleep for most of it. Basically, anytime I'm rolled away from the camera, I was wide awake, but I was trying to fake it, so hopefully my chat would calm down. And then I woke up 12 and a half hours into the stream.
Morning, chat.
And that's when I walked over to my monitor and I still noticed that more than double of my average viewers were here for some reason.
How many people are still here? There's 40 people here? What the hell? Why did you guys leave?
I'm not a morning person at all. But combining that with only getting about 2 hours of sleep, I was a wreck, and trying to get back into content creation mode right away was honestly really, really tough. After I got the blood moving a little bit, I booted up one of my favorite games, Dying Light, and the stream just kept trucking along. But I didn't realize that Dying Light, being a not viewed category very often on Twitch, meant that even my 40 viewers had bumped me to the top. One thing Twitch does when you're at the top of a category is it actually boosts you in the recommended section for other viewers. This led to a ton more followers and live viewers, and I broke another goal. Break my current viewer record of 62.
All right, if multiple people are saying it, god damn it. Okay, we're extending this by 10 hours now. It is now a 130-hour stream. I'm honestly surprised people are like staying as long as they are. I thought people would drop in and say hi and then just fucking bail, but like I've been averaging like fucking 40 viewers this whole time.
And then less than 30 minutes later, I hit the bit goal. I had thought setting up 25,000 bits was a lot for a small streamer like myself. But I had forgotten that Tangia, those alerts that they can play while I'm sleeping, cost bits as well. And those also just accumulate together. Meaning I had gotten most of the bits overnight and not even realized.
Oh my god, thanks for the
Another 100 biddies. This marks 25,000 bits. Enjoy 10 hours. Does it? How do you know? Oh, fuck, it was on the goal below. All right. Well, thank you. I made the goals way too easy.
I was barely through this stream and we had added on 40 hours to my grand total, meaning we added on more time than I had been streaming. And I understand, by the way, that long streams aren't new at all. Kai, Ludwig, and many more have done streams as long as a month before. But comparing a stream like mine to theirs is disingenuous to both sides. See, those content creators, they have thousands, if not tens of thousands of hours in experience, both being entertaining online, as well as structuring them as events. I had not had the practice that they had to be this content focused and as entertaining, which meant I was now scared that if I had started to burn out and get really boring, people would leave, basically leaving me with 0 people for 100 hours. But I tried to make that not happen. I switched it up by adding my phone as part of the streaming when I went to make food or played with the cats. I even kept switching games up because I thought that would be fun. And then all of a sudden,
Elijah from LTT is doing a long stream, and let's go say hello.
I was raided by a 3D printing streamer by the name of Zombie Hedgehog. He had doubled my viewer count.
You don't see me.
Meaning that my last goal, reaching 3,000 followers, all of a sudden closed very quickly.
Follow him. Oh my god, if you all follow me, I will actually have to increase the stream by fucking by 10 more hours. No. Everyone leave, please. Everyone leave, please. Everyone leave, please. I'm gonna be live till Thursday at midnight if I reach 3,000 followers.
Between having him and another fellow streamer, Maddie Does TTV, post my channel in their Discords, all of a sudden people were coming over just to hit the follow button to try to get me to add 10 hours. Which means within 24 hours, I had gained 80% of the followers needed to achieve that goal. And going to bed, I was less than 10 followers away from reaching the 150-hour maximum. And this second night was a lot worse than the first night. Because of all those viewers that came in during the day, a lot of them had actually stayed, meaning that I was going to bed with roughly 80 people watching me this time. And when 80 people are spamming Tangias, I don't need to tell you, it was rough. I even forgot that my bits alert goes off at 1.
Oh my god, thanks for the bits. Oh my god, thanks for the bits. Oh my god.
And my viewers even coordinated raids. And if you watch the VOD, it looks like I got about 6 hours of sleep. But I'll be real with you, I was on about 30 minutes of sleep when I woke up the next day. And maybe for fellow streamers out there, don't leave your Tangias on, because this will happen. Yeah. And I didn't even notice it until several hours later, but someone sent a screenshot of my Discord that overnight I had passed the 3K followers mark, which means I was now locked in on that 150 hours. The rest of day 3 was chill, played some games, had some funny moments, and even got to watch a police chase in LA.
I didn't roll my car. Oh, there is one more. A woman? Holy shit, a woman, chat? Plot twist? At least you're not sleeping on stream for 7 nights in a row. But hey, one day it'll be 365. Mark my words.
And you heard that right. As I'm sitting on the couch getting ready for bed, My dream one day is to do a full year of streaming uninterrupted. I'm aware I'm a long ways away from that. But at this point in time, I was having so much fun and so much positive energy around this, I just wanted to keep going. At least that's what I thought. I'll be real with you, the next 40 hours were really, really tough for me. It really started to settle in that I had over 3 days left of streaming. And during this time, a bunch of new people were coming over and just saying mean, harassing messages, including invading my Discord at one point, and trying to balance that between also being entertaining and streaming, I was definitely getting grumpy. Some great things did happen. I got raided by a much larger streamer than me, Jimfinite.
I don't know what to say. What the fuck?
It brought my peak viewership up to 250, which is mind-boggling for someone like me. And even after the initial people leave after the raid, I was averaging 100 for a while, which was awesome. But I would still look over and see a hate comment every so often. I was not able to get out of this slum of just being upset. And that's when my good friend Ariana actually messaged me. She asked if she could drop by and cheer me up a little bit. And it was great. We ordered pizza, we talked with chat, we hung out. And I honestly felt super happy having human contact in over 4 days. It's something you don't really realize until it's there. And I also got excited that chat was excited. A lot of the hate messages had disappeared because people were just excited something new was happening. TTS did get weird.
Whenever you want.
We even played some video games like Putt Putt Travels Through Time for about 5 minutes, and then we both realized how much that game sucks. And we even somehow got convinced to play Subnautica. I don't care what my chat was saying, this is by far a horror game, and you combine that with my fear of the ocean, I was not happy the entire time.
I think it's just those guys.
Oh, someone sent it on Tangia. Oh, you fucking asshole.
After several hours, Ariana had to leave, understandably. This is actually where my morale hit its lowest point. I was really trying not to show it on stream because I didn't want to bum anyone else out. But having someone there cheering me up and then leaving honestly just reminded me how alone I was for the next 50 plus hours. And even when we did pass the 100-hour mark and our clock broke, I wasn't able to be happy. I couldn't celebrate it.
Oh. Womp womp.
Eventually it was that time to hit the hay, and as chat pointed out, and you can look now seeing the footage, I was not happy. I didn't want to wake up for the next morning and continue this.
I think I just missed Taylor. I thought in some ways that this this stream would be like a way to like cope with that, you know?
That night, I had one of the scariest nights on stream. And the worst part is no one knew about it. Or at least no one called it out in my Twitch chat. I had a schizophrenic attack while laying on the couch. I was diagnosed 7 years ago with 2 types of schizophrenia, known as hebephrenic and sensothopathic. Sensothopathic. Hebephrenic subtype is also known as disorganized schizophrenia, involving disorganized behaviors and even speech. I've already flubbed my words a lot, so combining this with the add-on of no sleep, I barely could make out sentences, way more than normal. And while sensothopathic schizophrenia is more focused on the heightened awareness of one's body, both physical and your perception of it. With both of these, the most common thing I can describe that I experience is what I would call a choose your own adventure syndrome. I know that's not the medical definition, and that's not really a definition at all. Essentially, every time a choice happens in my life, I follow a hypothetical branch until I game end myself, in which my mind goes back to the last time I had to make a choice and tries again. And as you can imagine, with more and more options in your life that you experience every day, it's very easy to spiral out of control and get stuck. And that is exactly what happened. It's hard to describe it in any other way. I was still aware that I was on stream and that I was present on camera. And some of you may know, I have a pretty public face already. And so I knew I had to fight myself on that couch that night with fear of someone clipping it and using it out of context in any way. And the odds are I wouldn't have done anything other than break down and cry. But you never know what malicious intent people have behind clips. It was genuinely one of the hardest nights I'd ever had in my entire life. After tossing and turning all night, I knew I needed something to help power me through this day. And that's why I actually hid my subathon timer. People reminded me every time I passed an hour, but then I just focused on playing some of my favorite games. I played Borderlands 2, GeoGuessr, PUBG, Mario Strikers, Minecraft, and even GTA Story. Sharing my favorite games and hiding the timer made this go by way, way faster. And I honestly don't even remember most of the day because of how fast it went by. Because I found myself enjoying chatting with my viewers again instead of feeling like it was some obligation to get through this. And before I knew it, it was time to go to bed for the last time on stream.
Well, for one last time, chat. Good night, chat. Have a good sleep.
Which was funny because it was a bittersweet moment. I was emotional that it was my last time going to bed on stream, but the night before, I literally had one of the worst nights of my life. And the final day, I had awoken with easily the most energy I'd ever had on any of the days. Knowing that I was so close to completing the challenge I had set out for myself, knowing I had almost completed my subathon, I only had one major embarrassing thing. I left the window open all night so everyone heard everything for the past 5 days.
I also just realized that means my window's been open all fucking week and I've been yelling. So my neighbors probably have been hearing me this entire fucking time, chat. Well, that's embarrassing, because I've been saying a lot of fucking just wild shit this week. I'm gonna crawl into a hole and fucking die now.
Oh, I hope I don't get a noise complaint. That didn't even matter to me. I was so hyped. I killed everyone in Hitman. I even booted up PUBG for the last time on stream. And it was super cool because I was able to bookend it with getting another win.
Oh my god, that was way closer than I would have ever liked to fucking admit.
Chat was hype, I was relieved, gifted subs were happening, and then the final countdown started for the last little bit of time on the subathon. Sammy had decided to call me because he was at the airport congratulating me because he couldn't catch the end of the stream.
Oh, thanks, man. You're gonna make me cry on camera, and it's not even close to my time yet.
I sat down with chat and we watched several of the clips that had happened throughout the whole 149 hours at this point. And then with over 100 people in my chat, I let out the first little sob.
I mean, I guess this can kind of go into what some of the last points I wanted to talk about today is. I won't lie, I'm really scared about ending the stream. I'll be real with you.
Yeah, I was scared. Even after all of the harassment and the lack of sleep and even my mental health coming into play, I was worried that no one would come back after this event. I'm aware that it's probably silly to most of you. Of course, the worst I would probably fall back to is what I was at before. But what I did know was that if this was my peak, I decided to air some dirty laundry out on the air.
This is for Mr. Blackwood, Miss Nickel, Miss Smith. For those who don't know who those are, those were teachers who have told me over the years and that I would never have gone anywhere. One teacher saying they can't help every special needs child, embarrassing me in front of my classmates, in front of other teachers, in front of my parents. Big fuck you, but a thank you as well, because without you, I would have never had the drive to prove you wrong. It's a small thing, you know, in the grand scheme of Twitch. There's more streams that have more viewers. There's streams that have more followers. It's pretty cool to be able to prove them wrong. Oh, the bully's wrong, the teacher's wrong. I don't know. This has been a crazy ride, this stream. And I'm so happy that every single one of you could have been here, whether you were tuning in for part of it, for some of it, whatever it may have been. It was pretty fucking cool to see that.
And now that there's so many of you even here right now, this is awesome. You guys were here. You guys were all here for the final little bit here. Thank you guys for a 150-hour stream that I definitely won't ever forget. You know, we're down to the last minute. I'll be back. This ain't my last stream. You guys know that. You guys know that. This definitely ain't the last stream. $150. It's my last stream today, yeah. Thank you, every single one of you, for the follows, the supports, the tips, whatever it was, lurking. 07's in chat for this one, boys. It's pretty cool to see you. Thanks for hanging out.
After the stream was over, I sat down and just cried for 10 minutes, reading chat as it kept scrolling and people congratulating me. Like I said before, I'm aware I'm not a big streamer, so 100 viewers is micro to many of you. But for me, I could not be more proud of my community, my overall experience, my friends even showing support on Twitter, and finally, myself. I have rarely acknowledged W's in my life, but this one, I'm making sure I tell myself I did a good job. I'm not done though. I still have my eyes set on that full year of streaming. See you later, gamers. Thanks for watching.